Hey everybody, I'm Wade. Welcome to In the Gutter. Let's talk comics. This is part 4 of the Screenwriters collection. We're going to look at boxes 8, 9, and 10 today. Box 8 being Amalgam, Elseworlds, and What If. Box 9 being Miscellaneous Batman, and Box 10 being Batman, Detective, and Batman Minis. So let's get into it with the Amalgam, Elseworlds, and What If box first.
All right, this box is labeled Elseworlds. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, we start with some Amalgam. DC versus Marvel #1. Marvel Comics versus DC #2. Nice that they play fair. DC versus Marvel Comics #4 and #3. DC Marvel Access #1, #2, #3, #4. Unlimited Access #1, #3, #4. Bruce Wayne Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. Legends of the Dark Claw #1. Dark Claw Adventures #1. Doctor Strange Fate #1. Magneto and the Magnetic Men #1. Speed Demon #1. Spider Boy #1. Oh boy. Spider Boy Team Up #1. Super Soldier #1. Super Soldier Man of War #1. The Exciting X Patrol #1. X Patrol #1. Assassins #1. Challengers of the Fantastic #1. Iron Lantern #1. Lobo the Duck #1. Bullets and Bracelets #1. JLX Unleashed #1. JLX #1. Amazon #1. Thorion of the New Asgods. Really? Ugh. Bat Thing #1. Time Slip, the collection #1. Ruins. Looks like a one-shotter #1. All right, now we're talking. The No Prize Book #1. GLA Avengers. I assume. Yeah, #1 of 4. Avengers GLA #2. GLA Avengers #3. And Avengers GLA #4. Dark Ages #1. Weird World #1. Weird World #1 again. Variant edition, I assume. Weird World #2. #2 again, variant. #3. #4. #5. #6. #3. #4. And #5. 1872 #1. #2. #3. #4. Future Imperfect #1. Battle World Thors #3. Thor #4. Old Man Logan #1. #2. 3. 4. 5. Civil War #1. Perhaps Whose Side Are You On? Mini Mates variant cover. What If #4. What If #6. #7. 19. 21. 34. 43. 46. New What If #24. I say new. It's Captain America 103. What If? I don't know. That's confusing. The What If one shot, I believe it was one shot. Iron Man trailer. What If number 41? I don't know what number that is. What If number 1 again? I guess they're maybe by title. So What If featuring Thor? What If featuring Submariner? What If featuring Captain America? What If featuring the Fantastic Four? Wolverine? Secret Wars? What If Civil War number 1? What If this was the Fantastic Four? A tribute to Michael Ringo. Siege number, which is What If number 200. What If the Punisher number 1. Spider-Man number 1. Ghost Rider 1. What If Miles Morales became Captain America? And then Wolverine in number 2. What If Conan walked the earth today? Number 1. True Believers, What If the alien costume possessed Spider-Man? Number 1. Captain Carter, number 1. Spider-Man Life Story, the 60s, number 1. Variant edition, looks like Scotty Young. Number 2. Number 3. Number 5. Number 6. Strange Tales, number 1. 2. Oh, Peter Bag, very nice. And Stan Sakai doing number 3. That was the first one. Sorry, I'm going back a bit. I'll have to look that up. Looks like Strange Tales 2, number 1. Jaime. Strange Tales 2, number 2. And Strange Tales 2, number 3. The Heroic Ages of Heroes 1. Well, huh? Number 1. Iron Man, Demon in Armor, number 1. These are the What Ifs. Bullet Points, number 1. Number 2. New Frontier, DC The New Frontier, number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the last batch. Justice League, The New Frontier Special, number 1. Dark Knights of Steel, number 1. Justice League, The Nail, Elseworlds, number 1, I assume. 2, 3. Justice League, Another Nail, 1. Batman Brotherhood of the Bat, Batman Castle of the Bat, League of Justice, 1 and 2, and Earth X 0, and Earth X 1.
All right, well, that box had some fun stuff in it. First of which being the DC versus Marvel miniseries. And we have, I'll go in reverse order. DC versus Marvel, Marvel versus DC. They switch it back and forth to make sure that it's a fair fight. So the other thing that was interesting about this, there's a little certificate from Golden Apple. At first I thought this was signed, but in fact, I'll just read it to you. It says, certified DC Marvel, Marvel DC fan. This certificate is awarded to commemorate that the bearer was fanatical enough to show up at Golden Apple at midnight on Tuesday, December 12th, 1995, to purchase this first issue of this historical event, the mother of all comic book crossovers. And it's signed by Bill Leibowitz, who is the owner and president of Golden Apple. Thought that was pretty nifty. Little time capsule there. And currently, there's a Spider-Boy character that popped up in the new Spider-Man series, or the current Spider-Man series, and I saw some stuff online where people were saying that this was the actual first appearance of Spider-Boy from the Amalgam series, which is a mashup of Spider-Man and Superboy. Completely different character. I don't know what the comic book community will ultimately decide, but the debate goes on. And then no collection would be complete without a Marvel No Prize book. If you're not already super familiar with this is all the mistakes that have been published all the way through the final distribution of these Marvel comics, and they compiled them in an issue and in a very self-deprecating way made fun of themselves with this No Prize book. Another neat series with some cool progressive artwork from George Perez on the cover. So we have the Jelly Avengers 1, and then 2 starts to get pretty epic, and then by 3, you gotta be kidding me. So it's a lot of heroes, and to undermine my point, book 4 has but one hero. Although it is a hero with a Mjolnir hammer and Captain America's shield, and it happens to be Superman wielding them. What more do you need, right? And then the What If series had some of the original Marvel, and then some of the newer ones. I just read the newest one today, in fact, where Gwen Stacy lives and Peter Parker dies. It was a very good story. I just feel like these are underappreciated overall because they take the core Marvel, like the pillars of the Marvel storytelling, and turn it kind of upside down. And I'm always surprised these don't have more value or aren't high or sought after. And this collection is just ripe with is it ripe or rife? I don't know. We'll look that up. Of Scotty Young variant covers, and this is number 1 of Spider-Man Life Story, the '60s, with some very cool silent cartoon storytelling. I always enjoy that. And I've always liked the counterculture and independent comic book artists. It was nice to see that these strange tales were in there. I don't think I've had a chance to look at all these, but people like Peter Bagg, Dan Sakai on this one. And one of my personal favorites in the second series is Jaime Hernandez. So this is very cool, fringy stuff that I'm sure I'm going to enjoy. All right, we're going to take a look at box 9, which is Miscellaneous Batman.
This box is labeled Miscellaneous Batman. We have Batman the Dark Knight 1, another number 1, number 2. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 63, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71, 72, 73, Batman Chronicles 1, Batman Shadow of the Bat 35, Superman the Man of Tomorrow number 1, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, special 100th issue, Legends of the Dark Knight number 1, 2, 3, Batman Shadow of the Bat 1, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 65, 67, 66. Batman 3 Jokers Book 1. Batman 3 Jokers Book 2. And Batman 3 Jokers Book 3. Batman and Robin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 18, 19. Robin and Batman 1, 2, and 3. I guess this is All-Star Batman and Robin, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Batman Rebirth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I got this. That's it. All-Star Batman. Batman Black and White, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Another Batman Black and White 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Batman Black and White 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 4. Batman Fortress 1. Batman the Ultimate Evil 1 and 2. The end of the box. The Joker 80th anniversary. The Joker number 1, 2, 3. You're the Villain with the Joker number 1. The Return of Bruce Wayne 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Batman Blackest Night 1, 2, 3. Batman Hidden Treasures 1, Batman Dark Detective 1, Dark Moon Rising, Batman and the Monster Man number 1, Batman Odyssey number 1, Batman Year 100, and Batman Little Gotham.
All right, miscellaneous Batman box. A lot of fun stuff. They make a lot of Batman comics. I just want to point that out. So one of the things I had not seen before during my gap is the Frank Miller and Jim Lee Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. That is intriguing. One thing I enjoyed was the Batman Black and White series, which I think kicked off the Black and White, the Black, White, and Red, the Black, White, and Blood, and all those kind of miniseries takes they've done on these. These are a lot of fun. Kind of funny too, because I had customers in my store who wouldn't read black and white comics because they didn't have color in them. It was a very strange decision, but it's kind of cool to see it go the other way, especially if you enjoy the purity of comic book original art. And then there wasn't a ton of keys in that box, so I only pulled a few things out. But one of the things I noticed that was kind of fun is the Joker 100-page spectacular 80th anniversary edition. And the reason I like books like this is if you can grab a handful of these like compendiums and bring them to comic book conventions with you and try to get them signed by as many people who contribute to the book as possible, it's a lot of fun, and it's a thing you can do. It could take your lifetime to actually complete it all, but it is kind of fun. It's a little bit of a scavenger hunt style, and you can see who gets signed with who, and most people are pretty excited to see that you're doing it. So little convention hack for you, just something to do. All right, we're going to take a look at the, I forgot already what it's called. The Batman Detective and Batman Minis box.
This box is labeled Batman, Superman, Detective Comics, Batman Minis. Oh boy. All right, we're going to start with the Batman movie adaptation. Batman Superman World's Finest, number 1. Super Sons from the DC Universe Rebirth, number 1. Super Sons 2, 3, 4. Superman Batman World's Finest miniseries, Worlds Apart, number 1. Number 2. And number 3. World's Finest 3, number 1. Number 2. A completely loose book. Free, is this? Yeah, free comic book day, Superman Batman 1. Put that in the back of the board. Superman Batman number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 8. Number 9. 10. 4. 15. 16. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31, 32, 33, annual number 1, Batman Superman from the New 52, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, Batman Superman DC Universe 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, Batman Superman Doomsday 1, 3.1 with a 3-dimensional cover. Oh, that shows up. 0 Point Fortnite Batman number 1, 2, Batman Fortnite 0.3, Batman 89 number 1, number 2, Batman Europa number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, Batman Creature of the Night book 1, Batman Dark Knight Returns: The Last Crusade. Oh yeah, breaking order. Okay. Dark Knight 2, Dark Knight Strikes Again. Dark Knight 3, Master Race, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, 9, Dark Knight's Batman Who Laughs, the Batman Who Laughs, number 1, again, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Snyder Capullo, Batman: The Last Night on Earth, book 1, book 2, Detective Comics 1000, Batman Detective Comics 461, $5.98, $5.99. Stuck together. 600, 660, 668, 682, 688, 689, 690, 691, 692, 693, 694, 695, 696, 697, 698, 699, 700, 701, 702, 703, 704, 705, 706, 707, 708, 709, 710, 711, 712. Batman Detective Comics, 1 year later, number 1. No, it's Batman. This is actually Detective 817, I guess. 818, 819, 820, 821, 833, 853, 871, 872, 873, 874, 875, 876, 877, 878, 879, 880. That's a very popular cover. 881. Detective Comics New 52, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And the last stack. On the Death of the Family Story. So Detective 15, 27. That's a thick one. 30. Where is the number? 934, 935, 936, 937, 938, 939, 940, 941, 942, 943, and Detective Comics Annual number 2 and number 9.
All right, the Batman Detective and Batman Minis box is complete. Right around my first time I started working at a comic book store was like 1987. It was just before the Batman movie came out, and it was sort of the beginning of the explosion of that era. And one of the things I remember is the Batman movie adaptation was like really sought after, and it's just so iconic in my head what the cover looks like. And then they recently did the Batman '89 miniseries and with all the iconography and the same fonts and everything. And I got a kick out of this book because as it was in the box, it is in a milky, like probably highly acidic comic book bag, and it's backwards and dog-eared. And I know there was just something that represented so many different emotions for me with this particular book. But I got a kick out of it. I think it looks better in this because it's more genuine than if it was like in a clean mylar or if it was slab. But I don't know. I thought that was funny. The other thing, which probably won't read well on camera, is the Batman Superman number 3.1, which is retitled Doomsday number 1. They did a lot of cover technology in the 90s and different printing styles and things to, a lot of style over content, in my opinion, in most cases. But this was really cool. I hadn't seen too many of these 3D covers yet, and I don't know if this does anything on camera, but it's really cool. Like without having any need for 3D glasses or anything else, the depth of field on this, just the technology of an instant 3D experience is fantastic. Well, and then my son plays Fortnite, so I may have to ask him more about this. But the Batman Fortnite 0 Point miniseries was in there. And I will admit I am Fortnite ignorant, but it looks very cool. So hopefully the Fortnite fans are excited about it. And just a couple of things out of the box. So many of Batman covers are fantastic. The writers are fantastic. The artwork's been fantastic, but there's just an onslaught of it. And there's so many titles and multiple universes happening and timelines and things. It's hard to know where to go, but I seem to enjoy all of it. This one struck me as a Scott Snyder and Jock book from the Dark Knight's Metal crossover. It's the Batman Who Laughs. Just an amazing cover, and I just excited about that. Speaking of amazing jock covers, this book is exciting and valuable because of its cover, and I love that. So I think iconic covers driving the market and just the interest level of fans is like a tried and true comic book thing, and I'm happy that it's still going on. And that one is really well designed and executed. Would make a great poster, T-shirt, tattoo, whatever you want. And then I just wanted to point out the beginning of I read a bunch of the paperbacks for Batman and Detective for Tynan's run with the Batman family and sort of getting all together. So it's an amazing read. I felt a little out of the loop because I missed 20 years, but then reading this story, it kind of modern, or I shouldn't say modern. It brought me back to like if I was to read comics today. I feel like I'm more plugged in because of the stories that he told in this particular one. So to my readers out there, highly recommend it. All right, so that we did 3 boxes. We're gonna go back to the stack. We're gonna hit some more. Thanks for hanging out with me, and keep your mind in the gutter.